Good morning, La Familia families. My name is Miss Cindy, and today we are going to read a story. But before I get into the story, I would like to introduce you to a special guest. Many of you know him. His name is Pete the Cat. I know many of you seen him in his classroom, and today we're going to read a story about him. Can you tell me what color is his shirt? Good job. It is yellow, and on his shirt we see buttons. Can you count with me how many he has? 1, 2, 3, 4. He has 4 buttons. He has a light blue button, a dark blue button, a green button, and a red button. So he's going to help us in today's story, and we're going to see what happens to the buttons on his shirt. Here we have today's book. Remember, we have the front cover of the book, the back cover, and the spine that helps us put all the book together and stay together, okay? In the front cover, we see these big letters. That is the title of the book, the name of the book. And we've also talked about the picture or drawing of the book. It's called the illustration, okay? And the author of this book is Eric Litwin. Remember, the author is the person who made the book. And the illustrator, the person who did the illustration, is called James Dean. And this book is called Pete the Cat and His 4 Groovy Buttons. Pete the Cat put on his favorite shirt with 4 big, colorful, round, groovy buttons. He loved his buttons so much that he sang his song. My buttons, my 4 groovy buttons. My buttons, my 4 groovy buttons. Then pop. Oh no! One of the buttons popped off and rolled away. How many are left? Let's find out. 3 buttons. So 1 came off, and now he has 1, 2, 3. 3 buttons, and we see the number 3 right here. Did Pete cry? Goodness no. Buttons come and buttons go. He kept on singing his song. My buttons, my 3 groovy buttons. My buttons, my 3 groovy buttons. Then pop. Oh no! Another button popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left? Let's find out. 2. 1, 2. And we have the number 2 right here. Did Pete cry? Goodness no. Buttons come and buttons go. He kept on singing his song. My buttons, my 2 groovy buttons. My buttons, my 2 groovy buttons. Then pop. Oh no! Another button popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left? 1. So we take off another one, and we're only left with 1. And this is the number 1 right here. Did Pete cry? Goodness no. Buttons come and buttons go. He kept on singing his song. My button, my 1 groovy button. My button, my 1 groovy button. Then pop. Oh no! The last button popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left? How many do you see on his shirt? I don't see any. Do you? Let's find out. 0. This is the number 0. That means we don't have any. Did Pete cry? Goodness no. Buttons come and buttons go. Pete looked down at his buttonless shirt, and what did you think he saw? His belly button. And he kept on singing his song. My button, still have my belly button. My button, still have my belly button. I guess it simply goes to show that stuff will come and stuff will go. But do we cry? Goodness no. We keep on singing. Buttons come and buttons go. The end. I hope you enjoyed this story as much as me and Pete did. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.